Hello everyone, Radio with you here, back for some more Banish the Mountain Men challenge, and I'm just getting in here to hit the unpause button and watch the little deer play, which makes me think that it might be a good idea to build our hunter. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start off building our little hunting cabin so we can get him in there or her in there, and they can start making coats and baseball gloves and whatever else they can. Probably weapons with that. Look at that rack. That's a decent looking rack on that deer right there. So they can probably make some, well, you can make a coat rack out of that. And, well, all kinds of little things, right? So let's get that built. Today, I'm not exactly sure what the hell I'm going to do. Now, you might ask yourself, how was that different from any other day? And you'd be right. But things are going so swimmingly, I'm kind of freaking out. Like, we're just kind of doing almost a countdown now. So I'm going to see what kind of improvements I can do. We've got plenty of laborers. So I'm going to take my gatherers up to 8. So we've got a total of 8 gatherers, right? Yes. And we've maxed out on hunters. We could even bring up our foresters. The only reason I'm not is I don't really see a reason to do so. That's the main thing. I am going to take up, where's my woodcutter? I'm going to take my limit up to 300 on the woodcutter. And everything else I think I'm going to leave alone. Because I do want to build some more houses this episode. So we have just kind of a safety margin over here. Because like I said, last episode we had our first old age death. And there are going to be more that follow. So we need to have a buffer of people. So we don't have to worry about whether or not... Oh, that's 9 people, correct? Yeah, sorry. Brain fart. We will make sure that we don't fall below our target number of 50 at any time, because that's going to cause issue. So let's go over here. Let's build another house, because I'm sure that we need somebody, or have somebody who needs to live there. So we're going to build this house right here. Let's zoom in and take a look and just see what they've got going on. Look at the rustic work on the frickin' models. So cool. And she's building a skirt. She's tough. She's tough. I used to build houses, and I'll tell you what, I don't think I could do it in a damn skirt or dress or whatever you want to call it. So, do we get somebody? Yeah, right away. Look at that. We got a couple of people. Life is good. What do we got going on over here? Log production, 185. We set our cap to 1,000. We're going to hit our cap of 1,000. We took a giant hit just then of firewood, but that's okay. If need be, I can always add a second wood chopper. That's not really a big deal. And they're catching up quickly, as you can see. It's probably because they just built a new house and somebody jumped in, grabbed firewood, blah, blah, blah. Looks like steak for dinner, too. So, who's doing what? These are... The teacher now lives there. Interesting. And woodcutter blacksmith makes sense. Hunter-gatherer makes sense. Gatherer-forester. Okay, so they're fairly close to where they need to be for work. I might even build another house. Let's not go crazy. Now we're down to 7. Does it really matter? I don't know. I just don't know. We're planting like mad, too. You can see all the little trees and little saplings, right? That's what they're called. Yes, you can see all the little saplings. And look at all the people just meandering about. Gatherers and hunters and foresters and things that end with ER. And Dur Woodson, the fisherman, has died of old age. So thankfully, Alfred was there to take that over. So how is our dock? I just clicked on a person. How is our dock doing? 2,000 fish, 2,400, holy cow! That's a lot of fish, man. That's a really well producing dock. So we're going to be hitting our cap soon of food. Not sure what I want to do about that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to build another damn house. We have so many people that are well fed. I'm not freaking out. We have a really great... I'm going to go ahead and up this too. Let's make this 15,000, 1-5 triple O. Actually, there's zeros, not O's, as my high school English teacher used to love to correct me. My math teacher, too. Zeros are numbers and O's are letters, ding-dong. It's strange, the things that stick with you and the things that you're just going to say out of nowhere on a YouTube video. But y'all just got to learn, so that's good. 2 people moved right in. We're still good. You know what? Screw it. Boom. Now we've got a full row of houses right here. And I'm thinking... It's a decent amount of stone, but I might go ahead and build the market. Just 'cause. Yeah, let's build a market. Why not? I mean, yeah. something to do. It's fun, whatever, you know. I'm also seriously thinking about that quarry back up in this corner. That could really help us in our stone department. And then, again, just for funsies, we could start maybe upgrading the houses, upgrading the roads, just goofing off for no other reason than just because it's fun and it's a good idea, because we're doing pretty well with our goal thus far. So that may happen. That may happen. And I still, again, might move this house, especially because now there's elderly people living in it. I might remove this house, put another barn, and then shift everything over. I might do that. And you probably have grown accustomed to that. Every time I say I might do that, I generally just do. So I'm not impulsive. I just, yeah, maybe I am. So let's set a marketeer. Is that what they're called? Probably a vendor, but whatever. Does it say what it is? I know it's got to be a vendor. Why do I not know this? It is a vendor. I knew that. I'm not a complete fool. You know what, though? Look at that. Now there's not quite as much need for a second bar because the market is taking some of the share. Which is cool. And look at the radius on that. That helps everybody. So yeah, guys, we're making awesome stuff happen. Did somebody move in there? Yeah. The teacher moved over again, so he's back, or he's back close to the school. We've reached our cap of 300 firewood. You know what? Let's make it 4. Let's just make it 5. Call it 5, call it good. Because I'm not sure if I want to trade or not. And you may ask why. And there is an achievement that I wasn't planning on setting out for a small map anyway, but it's called Isolationist, and that is getting a town to 300 citizens without using any trading. I believe that's what it is. If I look in here in achievements, when I reset my computer, I lost all the achievements that I had. So let's take a quick look and see if I can find, 300 citizens without building a trading post. So it's something we could do, or we could attempt, but with this layout, I mean, we've got room for houses and such, but it really would be a hell of a challenge, and I just don't know if I want to do it or not. That's the thing. I haven't decided if that's even what I feel like doing. So this would be a good time to leave a comment in the section below and let me know what you think. Should we go for Isolationist as well as the Mountain Men Challenge, or should I save Isolationist for a completely separate video where we can focus more on aesthetics as well as that achievement? And boy, we already hit 500. Man, that's great. You see, right now, this right here, this number, that's a lot of good trading resource. That's what that is. We've hit 1,000 for our logs. We're hitting our caps. We're growing. Man, oh, I'm so tempted. I just don't know. In the meantime, let's go ahead and build another house because it's something to do. I should start mapping out. I think something needs to go here. What should I put there? Everybody's healthy, everybody's happy. I'm not going to do like an ale house because we don't have crops or anything like that. So I could do, not food, city buildings. I could do a chapel. I like churches, but that's because I'm Catholic and I just think cathedrals are freaking gorgeous. I went to Ireland, as I do every summer. Went to Ireland this year and I went back to St. Patrick's Cathedral. And if you've never been, or if you've never seen pictures, do yourself a favor and take a peek, because it's, even if you're not Catholic or even if you're not religious, just the structure of the building itself. I mean, I think a lot of us who play these sorts of builder games, we play them not only for the challenge, but because of the aesthetic beauty that we encounter. And you want to talk about a gorgeous building. St. Patrick's Cathedral is just second to none. It really is something. So, all that being said, I could build a chapel right here, and that would just give me something to do. I could build a cemetery back here just because. You know what? I'm going to. I mean, what else am I going to do back here? I could build some houses. See, that's the thing. If I go Isolationist, I could use this area. Quick pause. Because I could use this area. I could get in. Let's see. What kind of house is getting in? If I do back to back, let's go as close to the river as I can. Would be. I could get there. Yeah. So there. Can't do there. Offset. Yeah. I could get in 4 more houses back there. That could really be a potential help. Hell, I could even throw a bridge right across and have people working close to this. Of course, I could grow trees there, too. I don't flippin' know. Let's go ahead and remove these. Click the button. There we go. Oh, look at that. When I clicked that, it terraformed a little bit as it was, but it left the terraforming even though I didn't build a structure. Well, that's interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. Huh. Now it's going to drive me nuts. Now I'm definitely going to have to put something there because I've terraformed the land and I've done nothing with it, and that's just going to frustrate me because the hell, man. Running low on log. Yeah, I think we might need... Nah, it's late winter. We're good. Obviously, the firewood takes a hit. Oh, look. Marville the laborer has died of old age, but we've got more kids. We've got more students. Things are humming along. What was I saying? Oh, nah, we are good. We really don't need... They quickly populated that. Screw it, build another house. So we were sorting about what to put here, and we decided that the chapel was too big, yeah? Is that the hell I was saying? Town hall? Oh, town hall won't fit unless I go this way. I could put in a town hall. And that would be neat. But again, it's a matter of, do we want to go for the populist game or do I want to go for the aesthetic game? I'm going to have to make a decision shortly because right now I'm nowhere with this. I'm kind of at the end of my rope. Why are we losing... Oh, because I just built another house. Like, why am I losing so much firewood? Taylor Woodcutter. Yeah, everybody is living together and making... That's a full household right there. Making babies and kids and everything is going exactly how I would think. Antos is living all by himself or herself, so that's, you know... Wow, that barn's full. That one isn't, so... I'm guessing the fishermen are going to have to... How's the market? That's fairly full. Getting pretty close to being able to uncork the cutting on this here forest. And you know what I've noticed? They're not really... Even though they're not planting over there for whatever reason. That tells me I should definitely do something with this. It's just a matter of what. I could do a cemetery, or I could do some spare housing if I want to... If I want to go for the isolationist. Hilbert has died of old age as well, but we've got that buffer. We're doing well. Everything just caps right there. You know what we don't have a cap on? Herbs. How are we doing with that? Oh boy. They're really taking a hit. I have not encountered this before. Now, we've discussed in a previous video that obviously the herbalist is not going to have as good a production when they're working in an area that is inhabited by a forester because they're always cutting down the old growth, which is where they find the herbs. However, I've never had that bad a problem with it. And we kind of need them. It's not, I mean, it's not an alarming thing, but it wouldn't be a terrible idea to put an herbalist someplace where a forester wasn't, just so they could collect what is necessary. Boy, we could put more houses back here. Look at the deer. The deer are just outside of the Ring of Death. They're just hanging out here, taunting our hunters, saying, yeah, no, we're not coming in there. And we're still producing a good amount of venison and leather, but that's pretty entertaining right there. And of course, they're also just meandering through the center of town for no good reason, just because everything is lush and green. Yeah, I'm going to have to start making some decisions, guys. And I don't know what they're going to be. Let's bump this to 700. Because I want to have that spare firewood. We have room. Well, this one doesn't. That one's full. This one's full. We still have 60% of our room. Ezekiah. Aww. Still have the buffer. We're good. Yeah, we've got plenty of room for this stockpile, which is awesome. And we're hitting our caps. It's almost like, hey, you know, if I wanted to, we could just do a cutscene until we get to very close to year 28, where we're going to hit our achievement. But that's not fun. That doesn't really do a whole lot, so it's really a matter of aesthetic or isolationist. And to do isolationist, I would really have to go gung-ho for food, because that's what we're going to need. We're going to need... I mean, we're already hitting our 15,000 food cap. Holy cow. That's so much. It makes me think that it would be so easy to add more... You know what I'm going to do, though? Let's do a quick pause. I am going to add some more houses. Well, something could go there. Tree ring is there. Yeah, I have to make a quick decision here, simply because we have room for a good city building here and a good city building here, or houses. But you know what? I have houses all through here, so let's do... Well, if we do the city building, we'll do it here. and we're going to put housing in here. At least I made one damn decision in this video, so you guys aren't sitting there watching me with my thumb up my rear, because, man, that's painful to watch, isn't it? So, I like to go back. I know I can go right up to here, but I just don't like that. So let's go here. And let's see, can I get another one back to back? Sure can. So we're going to do here, and here, and here. And I guess I don't need to say here every single time I put down a house. But I'm doing it anyway. Do I have room? I can go that one. And I can do 7, but not 8 houses. So where's my ring? And we've got room. So let's pause all these. I may or may not use this last one. I might just get rid of that house because I don't know. My OCD tends to make me want to do even numbered things. So 6 houses as opposed to 7. I actually I like doing the bricks of 4. I haven't done it much in this video, but in some of the other videos what I've been doing, if you care to know, I'll do a brick of 4 like this. And actually in most of my videos I always have a space in between all the houses, but because in this challenge we need to pack them tightly, I'll do a brick of 4, I'll do a little space, I'll do like maybe a city building, another brick of 4, and I just kind of pack them weird that way, and for me that looks really nice. So anyway, all that aside, let's go start the game and let's get another house going. We've got spare people, we've got spare laborers. Again, I could add more foresters. You know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this up to 3. So now each forester's lodge has 3 foresters, which makes sense. That's a good number. It's a good prime number. And I think next year, I think next spring I'll go ahead and hit the cut button. And we should be pretty good because this is growing up. And I think this is actually mature growth. And the way you can check that is if you go down to your removal tools and hit the harvest trees. If I can click on these, which I can, that means these are fully grown. So I think early spring or spring of next year, of the year 13, lucky 13, we're going to turn the cutting button on, and we're going to have 3 full-fledged, highly efficient, really good Forester's Lodges going on. And boom, already got people in here, and they're on the verge of not being able to have kids, so hopefully they will have kids shortly. Samar and Hestel, you guys go to the market, get yourself a bottle of wine. You know what I'm saying? Man, everything's good. 15,000 in food. You know what? Build another house. With that strong a showing of food, that's really the only thing we're going to be worrying about. I know that if you build too fast, obviously, if you build too quickly, you're going to take a huge dip, and people are going to starve and die. But when we have a 15,000 food surplus, and every time I build a house, we're reaching that cap again quickly, that tells me we're pretty safe. And we're still doing well with tools and with clothes. I'm going to up the clothes. That's what I'm going to do. Let's take the clothes up to 50. That'll make me feel better. So 50 clothes. Tools I would like to do. We've got enough iron. So where's my blacksmith? I lost him. Is this it? Yes. God. We'll bring you to 50 as well. And that just gives us a little bit of a bigger cushion. 2 people right away. 17-year-old and a 13-year-old. That's how it's done here in what the hell is this still called? Ford's Villa, depending on whom you ask. That's how it's done here in Ford's Villa. That's what it rolls off the tongue a little bit better that way. I've got one well here. I could put another one in here. That might kind of... I mean, it's not necessary, but it might look good. Let's take a quick peek and see what that would look like. City buildings. And... I mean, that would be kind of nice. What is this tab even called? Town services. I call them city buildings. I can't help myself. But, yeah, we're still capping out at 15. So, you guessed it, another house. And then I'm going to let it sit for just a second because I don't want to somehow crash the economy. How's the market doing? Hustle and bustling. It's getting full. Barns are getting full. This one I know is because of all that fish. What an unbelievable amount of fish. Well, that one's not, so we're okay. They'll have to walk farther to deposit what they need to, but you know what? Honestly, who cares? Because we're at a 15,000 surplus, and also, as I said, everything is lush and flush, and we're going to hit cut. So now, we're going to up this to 1,500, and we've got 3 foresters working full-time. You know what I'm going to try? This is what I'm going to try. I'm just going to try to up the herbalist to 2. See if that gets us to where we need to be. Again, everybody's healthy, everybody's happy, so it's not imperative, and we are playing on the hardest settings you can play in the game, but it, for some reason, bothers me just a touch that our herbs are so low. I don't understand why. But that's okay, I guess I don't have to... And we're reaching our cap of 700 in firewood, and we had 2 more people move in. We took a dip down to 14, now 13, so now I'm going to let... Yeah, I want to let this sit for just a second to see how we're doing. I mean, that's still a huge, huge margin, but I remember I was building a city, and or town or whatever. I don't even remember what it was, and it wasn't that long ago. I was just toying with this game. Usually when I haven't played a game in a while and I want to make a video for you guys, obviously I want to get some practice gaming in, and I'll play for a few hours, just, you know, or even a few days, several hours a day, just to kind of break the rust loose, so to speak. And I was playing a city, and I had a huge surplus. I had like 30,000 plus, which actually I guess isn't that big a number when I have, you're talking, I think it was upwards of almost 200 citizens. And I built too fast, and believe it or not, I didn't wipe the town, but I had an amazing population drop because I was not watching my food closely enough. I cannot stress to you enough. Watch your food. And we're already at our cap for both clothes and tools. Things are good, gang. We're low on stone. So, yeah, we should do a quarry, right? Ah, hell with it. Let's do a quarry. Where can we put a quarry? I kind of want to look over here, only because if we do a quarry here, we can run this road straight out, and it's not too far to get to town to drop it off here. We can build another stockpile on the edge here. Well, actually, not on the edge here, because the quarry will be maybe back here. Oh, we could build a stockpile here instead of a cemetery. My point being, if we go way out here, there's nothing. I mean, we've got our camps. We have our survival camps, and that's it. I mean, I could definitely build it here, but I would have to build a bunch of housing. Yep, quick pause. So let's take a look. Let's chop down. Let's get a quarry. Let's take a look at running it. I'm going to run it... Which way am I going to run it? I can run it north-south. I mean, if I run it north-south, that tucks it nicely back in the corner here. But the road goes down to nothing. I would have to move it all the way out here to be... Now, so let's go east-west with it. And this is as far up and back as I can go. And that will take the road straight over here. And then I could drop in... Do I need a barn out here? We're not going to be producing any food. Let me check my radius. We're good. Yeah, everything's good. We're not going to be producing any food, but we may need a barn. We're definitely going to need some housing, and we could do... Let's see. I like to line things up again. So I would go here, and here. And let me zoom in a little bit. And how I do this is, you see... It's hard to see here. Okay, like in this house, you can see that red square. That shows me where I can't build. So if I take this down, that means now we're flush, and now we're right at the edge, so I can build a house here, you know, and here. So there's my brick of 4 houses. I could set in... No, it's over here. I could set in a nice stockpile. A nice 8x8 if I wanted to do that. And then... So that's 2, 4, 6, 8... which is more adults than I would really have working it anyway. You know what, guys? I don't know. What I do like about it is it doesn't interfere at all. Oh, yeah, because look. The hunting cabin... Now, the Forester's Lodge leaves us room, but the hunting cabin... We'd be encroaching on the hunting cabin. Not that that's been too much of an issue. Ah, what the hell. Let's put it back here, right? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's quickly pause everything, because I don't know... I guess we'll start with the quarry. And they're going to come back here and just build a stockpile any damn way. And the road was here. And I could just run that road. Wow, it runs right into town like that. They probably wouldn't use that a ton. But what I don't want to do, because I think it would look poopy, I'm not going to run a diagonal road like this. Am I? Because actually it would be from this corner down. Oh, it's not god-awful. Alright, I just did it. Yeah, because they'll come from here, and you know what? If it doesn't work out the way we want it, if it doesn't look nice, Road removal tool, man. It's all gravy. I don't panic about this stuff because you can always just remove it. It's not a big screaming deal. That's what I like about this game. And I can go right down here and just... Now we've got roads and we've got a stockpile. Let's run the game. And we've got plenty of laborers, and we've even got builders that aren't even being used. We're still at our 15,000 cap, but I'm not going to keep building here. What do we have? Just gatherers, hunters, laborers, vendors. Okay. Of course, obviously, the ideal thing would be to use the paths vendor to find... Oh, wow, why are you working so far when you could be... Oh, that must be the amount of people. So, yeah, because they're working kind of far, too, in my estimation. Oh, wow, look at that. So, you know what? This may end up being a little bit more of a village than I anticipate, simply because I've got room for houses, what, on the south and maybe even the west side. Let's get the quarry going right now. We're going to get the quarry going, and that's probably going to take us out of the video, but you know what? Look, I was correct, at least in my pathing. They're walking right where I thought they were going to be walking, and they're all using it. And if we get a quarry going and we make some good stone, we can pave all of these roads in stone, and it just makes that much more production. Early winter, and we still have a surplus of almost 600 firewood. We're making it happen, gentlemen. Well, ladies and gentlemen. I shouldn't be so presumptuous. That was rude of me. Yeah, we're making it happen. Things are good. Look at the size of that son of a gun. That's a lot of clearing. They had to remove 53 items. That's so much. The good news is, look, boom, right to the stockpile. Maybe we'll build a quarry and then a couple of houses, and that'll do the episode. Yeah, that could do it. Well, I want you to, I want you to see how awesome this is, because now they're just going right from the stockpile to the quarry. We've got plenty of iron. Yeah, we just, you know what, we'll crank up the builders so we've got a full three builders. And then this is going to be more citizens. You know, I sometimes like to do this because it looks good if you come in at an angle. This is our town square. This is where everybody is living and working and shopping and eating and cooking and whatever. So, and up here, our quarry is on its way. It's a big building. It's a lot to build. All the supplies are there. And late winter, so it's almost springtime, which is my favorite season, I think. I know everybody loves fall, and I love fall colors, I do, but I think I really enjoy spring. I think it's because it leads into busy season at work, and I make a bunch of money, which my daughter quickly takes because she's in college, and that's what they do. But I digress. Our food dipped just a touch. Something to keep an eye on. You know what I could do? Maybe fishing dock. I wonder why it did that. I mean, it's hovering at freaking 14.5. It's not like we're in danger. I'm more than happy to still build a couple of the houses that are up here, which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to build at least one. And depending upon how many people jump in here quickly, will depend on how many people I put in the quarry right away. Look at me, trying to use logic and stuff. Trying. Doing the best I can. Okay, now we're back solid at 15. What is our cap? Is our cap 15? It is. You know what? Let's make it 16 just so I feel a little bit better. Because we're going up again. Alright, so we need what, stone? You know what? I should build 2 houses. I absolutely should. Alright, let's build 2. 2 houses is not going to sink 15,000 food, so I shouldn't be panicked about this at all. I don't know why I worry so much. I just can't help myself. Better safe than sorry, I guess, is really what I kind of think. Now, do we get people right away? Yep. And we got foresters and hunters, which I knew was going to happen. And if we check the path on that, yeah. Really? That's where you're... That's absurd. That will change, of course, but we'll build this house, and then I'm going to get... yeah, now they're just both hunters, which are probably working over here. I'm going to get... I'm going to build all 4 of these. I am. I'm just going to do it. There we go. 4 houses hopefully will not sink us. I don't think it will. I need some builder's liquid. Should be okay putting in 3 additional houses to the one we just built. And then, as soon as I do that, we can finally get this quarry going. It's a big deal. It's a thing. Yeah, we're happening. Now let's check the pathing tool and find out. Hit the button. Yeah, that's what I thought. They're working right close to home now. This will probably take some of the pressure off these strange happenings we had. So, and Hunter, Builder Hunter, yeah. It changes until you kind of settle the area, then it works itself out, and then generally it will stay for a while. So, come on, let's get these last couple of houses up so we can get this quarry going, and then we're going to call it a day. We had another old age death, but we've got a very comfortable cushion, and things are looking good, guys. Nobody. That's okay. It's not always going to happen. So let's get 5 starts. And we'll bring this back down to 2. So we've got 4 laborers, 2 builders. And then hopefully these will change. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, okay, so they moved there. This will work itself out. It'll balance itself out. I'm not worried in the least. Food is not an issue. The only issue we had is we didn't have enough bodies to fill all 4 houses. I didn't think about that. I probably should have, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Because when we do have another couple ready to go, we're going to have a place for them. And oh, look, lo and behold. And now all 4 of them. And they're going to start having some kids. And we're where we need to be, guys. We are where we need to be. Stone limit is 2. I'm going to turn that right up to 5. I don't think we'll hit it. We only have 5 workers right now. Actually, now we've got an additional. So I'm going to keep putting in stone cutters. We'll keep this right around 5 and 2 for now. And I'll keep putting in stone cutters until we kind of start really putting a number on this. But, you know, that quarry doesn't look too bad back there. They're not really a great-looking building, in my opinion. But for whatever reason, having the trees and the rolling edge right here next to this mountain just doesn't look god-awful. It'll make you dizzy if you go too fast. Wait. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think that was the right decision. Let's zip back home. Everything's good. That's going to do it for this episode. We are... What are we now? We need to get to... What did I say? 28? I can't even remember anymore. So... We're not terribly far off. We're not terribly far off. But we are going to keep building and growing this town in the meantime. As much as I can make happen stable, we can put another fishing dock here, which is going to be massive. Because, yeah... Oh, wow. They slowed way down on their food production. I wonder why that is. They were doing 2,000. Of course, you know, hey, at least we hit 14, almost 1,400 this year. You know why? I know why. Duh. Because we keep hitting that cap. That's why. They're not fishing full time because they don't need to. Life is good. So if I want to continue to grow the city, though, and not worry about food issues, I may, in fact, put another fishing dock over here. And we've got room for a bridge and some citizens to live here because we've got all this room to play with. We could put city buildings here. We can... look at this. We even have a decent chunk of room down here. We can fit some stuff. I don't know, what would we do there? I'm curious. I'm just curious. I'm not going to do it, but... Okay, I might do it. Fit really well. That's awesome. And we even have room back over in here. This, I can't believe how much space we have. We got really lucky with this map. If you're attempting the Mountain Men Challenge, I will definitely say that something you might need to fiddle with a couple of times is your map seed. See what you come up with. The map seed here is I don't have it listed. But there you go, 476300625, Fort Villa, Mountain Small, Harsh on Hard. Okay, that being said, let's save the game. Boom, save, yes. Now I know for sure that we're not gonna lose it. So that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. Thanks so much for joining me again. Do me a favor, hit the like button if you like this video. Leave a comment in the section below if you have something to say about it. As always, do me a favor and go and check out the... What is it? The City Builder Collective. I created the group, and I couldn't even remember it. Wow. Brain dead. Go check out the City Builder Collective, the link to which is in the description below. And we're going to see you next time for another episode of Banished, the Mountain Men Challenge.